Joining us now, someone I assume is going to go off about all this unrest, this chaos in Los Angeles because of Democrats, period. From Joe Biden letting them in to Karen and Gavin allowing them to live in their cities and protecting them from the federal government. You all caused this. Retired Pinal County, Arizona Sheriff Mark Lamb back on the program with something to say. Sheriff, have at it. I mean, talk about just a slap in the face to law and order, a slap in the face to tax-paying American citizens that want to live in peace in LA and have to deal with crap like this thanks to Democrats.
You're exactly right, Dan. And it is really hard to watch Gavin Newsom and Mayor Bass. I think it's called mirroring, where they actually are doing what they're talking about. Mm-hmm. They're the problem. If it was Donald Trump or if this was a Republican Party, it would be happening in red cities. But it's not. You know why? Because they would never allow it or tolerate it in a red city.
That's right.
Unlike California or Los Angeles, where Newsom and Mayor Bass are standing by, pretending as if they are appalled by this. But the reality is they did nothing to stop it. It's not Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump is trying to do the job that the American people asked him to do. And now we've got elected officials, not just those two, but guys like Daniel Goldman and Tim Walz, who continue to call ICE the Gestapo. This fuels situations like this. So if they want to be mad at anybody, they should be mad at their own party and their own feckless weakness for allowing this to happen in their city and state.
But you see, Mark, this is the plan.
Yeah.
I'm a Democrat. I'm in that deep, dark room. I'm going to send my email and text messages out to my fellow idiotic Democrats, you un-American, radical. I've got a few other choice metaphors. I'll keep them to myself. And what do I say? Let's create a problem. We'll blame it on the other side and act like we have the solution. That's their playbook. They have no policy. So we got Joe to auto pen 12, 15 million. I don't care if it's 5 million. It's a lot. Let's call it 12. Since they get mad if I say 15 to 20. 12 million illegals. Millions of them don't even like America. And it's Donald Trump's fault they're here, and it's Donald Trump's fault he's trying to send them home. No. They planned it, they did it, and they're loving this. Mark, when you hear Gavin call out Tom Homan as a bully and say, come arrest me, what would you do?
Well, I'd arrest him. And he should be arrested because he's getting in the way of the law enforcement doing their job. He's getting in the way of ICE being able to do it. Title 8, USC 1324 says you cannot shield, conceal, or harbor people that you believe to be in this country illegally. This is, in many ways, in California with their sanctuary city policies and their laws that prohibit local law enforcement to work with ICE and our federal partners. This is what you get. So, yeah, I think he has violated the law. And if he feels he does, if he's saying, come arrest me, then he obviously feels like he's done something wrong. Then Tom Homan should. Because if you've broken the law, you should be held accountable.
Amen. You know what, though? This, just like the summer of love, when George Floyd accidentally died, was not killed, and CNN stood in front of burning cars, buildings. It's mostly peaceful. Nothing to see here, Mark. Democrats are trying to claim that, even though I just showed y'all 7-8 minutes of horrific video of stuff being burned and destroyed. Listen to these just mental midgets on the left.
The reality is we see peaceful protests launching in Los Angeles. And again, any violence against police officers should not be accepted. Local authorities can handle that. But remember, a lot of these peaceful protests are being generated because the President of the United States is sowing chaos and confusion by arresting people who are showing up for their immigration hearings.
I was surprised at the way that the police chief was describing all of this. There have been no violence where anybody that was protesting hit anybody, shot anybody, threatened anybody. Nothing has happened.
I don't know what reality those two are living in, Mark. Go ahead.
what a bunch of freaking BS. Like, these guys are off their reservation. It's clear to see that they are being violent, and they continue to contribute to that violence with moronic statements like what we just heard from Booker and Waters. The two very lowly respected people. Look at this video you're showing right now. They're clearly throwing rocks. One of those rocks goes through that windshield or through the glass, it could kill one of those agents.
Right.
That's violence. And if you show up to a protest wearing a mask, which you said already at the beginning, the majority of these people are paid protesters. We should be finding out who's funding these people.
That's right.
And go after them. But these are paid protesters, and when you show up with a mask, I promise you, you don't have good intentions.
Yeah, I will commend all law enforcement, LAPD, ICE, everyone, the guard troops who've had to keep their composure under ridiculous circumstances. I can't believe that those are my fellow Americans out there acting like complete idiots, attacking law enforcement for simply doing their job, trying to keep them safe. That's why I feel like they're paid actors. Many of them probably are the illegals. And some of them, you see them smiling. They don't even know why they're there. They just show up to cause problems on a Sunday afternoon in LA because they live in a dump hole and they're run by a bunch of, anyway. Mark, as always, thank you for coming on. We'll see if cooler heads prevail in Los Angeles, but I highly doubt it because we know who runs that place. Take care, Mark.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
God bless you, Dan.
Yep.